Welcome to our meeting. And today we're going to start our first hands-on workshop after I give the introduction. And you'll get a chance to play around as the admin. So, all right, let's get started. Right, so this is a Moodle admin training course where participants practice on a Moodle, a raw Moodle, which means that it doesn't have anything in it really, except how it comes with not much, only the core plugins, but a lot of things are missing. There's a little bit about me for those who are curious. I started Moodling in 2003, and I was thrown into a Moodle site as the admin. They just gave me admin rights. In those days, I guess people were more trustworthy. And that's how I learned to swim, by just being thrown into the water. But I've been practicing all those years. So it's been, wow, a lot of years and a lot of practice. And I think that's what it's about. It's about practicing. So what's ahead in week 2? So those of you who completed week 1 are probably feeling better, and those that haven't may not be feeling as good, but that's okay, because you're all going to start practicing today. You should all have rights as the admin. So we will be looking at the site administration. You started that last week, but in part 2 of week 1. But today we're going to continue, so you get a chance to try it out if you haven't yet. It's a website called NIP. And you'll be going into the administration, specifically the user and courses, as well as grades. Now, make sure that you reflect. It's really important to reflect on each of your videos and what goes on. It'll help you sustain and remember things a lot better. And it also makes it more interesting for those of us that are learning from you. And we're all learning from one another. That's the idea behind screen sharing. It's for you to learn as well as to share what you learn with others. And you're always learning something, no matter what. So nothing has to be perfect. I want to stress this. There's no such thing as perfection when it comes to life and when it comes to technology. You know, things go wrong, things happen. And what you see might not be what I see, because we're looking at different things and maybe we didn't go through the same process. So in order to make sure that we're on the same page and find out where we are, screen sharing is a way for us to view each other's process, I guess, as we go. So you'll also be looking at the grades. So we're looking at users, settings, course settings, and grades. And you'll be creating courses. You'll be creating categories for the site. You'll be creating courses under your categories. You don't have to develop those courses. You might want to develop one to find out what's there. You will also be working on your Gravatar. How many of you are familiar, I'm just curious, with Gravatar? You don't have to be a Moodler to know about Gravitars. Many know about them. So anyone know about that? All right. So no is good for me, because, all right. So you're going to be creating a Gravatar account. It's completely free. If you have WordPress, you may have encountered Gravatar without really knowing about it, but you can have a Gravatar, you can have lots of images. And if you notice on integrating technology, if you don't add your image, then one is provided for you by the system, and you'll be working on a default Gravatar for the Moodle site. as well as if you have a Gravatar, the image will come up automatically. You don't have to add an image because Moodle is connected to the system of Gravitars. So you'll be learning about Gravitars. I know it's a crazy name. And as I said, we'll be working again and again on video tutorials. Some of you found Wondershare, Demo Creator, and as a screen sharing tool, as well as the editor, amazing, and some haven't got into it. But if you give it a try at some point, maybe after the course, if you don't want to waste time right now with that, you don't have the time to spend on that, then next time or some other time, give it a try. And Canva screen recorder is also amazing. You can have long recordings, which we like to have as teachers. It's hard for us to stick to 5 minutes, and we like to explain things a little more and explain them more so that everyone who sees it understands. So that's perfectly fine. Don't feel that you're overdoing it, because you're not. Long videos are wonderful because we learn a lot from you. So thank you for that. So with Canva, you can have unlimited, and with Wondershare, you can. But if you don't want to use these two, you're welcome to use these. There's Loom for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I don't really keep lowering things. There's ScreenPal, used to be Screencast-O-Matic. There's Screen Recorder, Screen Capture, all free for the 5 to 10 minutes. Screencastify, awesome screen recorder, which is also an extension, a Chrome extension, TextSmith Capture, which used to be called Jing, if you've heard of that. Video has it, Vimeo has it. So you can try any of these if you wish, but as I said, they're limited. With ScreenPal, some of you have asked about, ScreenPal has editing tools, annotations, which you might like. So try them all. And embed. Now, it's really, really important, and those of you who've taken courses with me are aware of this and are doing it, but those who haven't may not be aware of Generico and the fact that it's best for our students if we embed our videos so that they can watch it straight from the message area, straight from the page, the course, whatever we're using. And Generico is, or it goes with Google PDF, which you haven't tried yet. You might want to try that. H5P interactive content, Google Edit, which is Google Drive for Google, not all Google Drives, everything but Google Video. Google Videos go with the website. Don't ask me why, but that's how it goes. So Google Docs, Google Presentations go with Google Edit, and Google Drive is a video, and it goes with the website. Now, how do you do this? Well, you simply go into the insert on your TinyMC, and there is only TinyMC now. Moodle headquarters got rid of all the other editors, like Auto, that I used to like. I knew it was going away, so I started getting used to TinyMC a few years ago, knowing that it would disappear, but I never believed they would do it. I didn't think they would do it, but they did it. It's gone. So what you have is one editor called TinyMCE. It's actually a rich editor. It's really good. They also have a paid version that I have not tried. I tried the trial. It was very confusing. But, you know, if you can afford it, that's fine. And what you do with Generico, what I wanted to say actually was the Generico doesn't appear the way it did in 4.5. In 4.5, there was an icon. It disappeared. I have to find out from the developer, from Justin Hunt, why it's not in the as an icon anymore, and why it's only there under insert. So you go under insert and you'll find it there. So these are some mysteries that are still missing in Moodle 5. Hopefully they will add new things. If you're wondering whether you should upgrade, you should always upgrade. Yes, carefully, but you should always upgrade because there are a lot of bug fixes that otherwise you may have problems. So you have got two things here. You can add the linked word, or you can just add the link without, and then insert, and then they can view whatever it is. There are two videos here on how to do this. The one on the left is how to embed a Google Drive video. The one on the right is how to insert a Google Drive video with Generico. And I take you through the whole process. If you have any questions about that, feel free to add the questions on YouTube or in the course under support. That's fine. Let me check if there are any questions right now. If there are, feel free to add them. I believe you have voice, so you can actually unmute yourself and speak. I don't know why I don't use Snagit. I use Camtasia. I don't know why. Because Snagit is amazing. It's wonderful. It's got everything you need, except for duration, Elizabeth. I'm not sure what the duration is. Maybe that's why I don't use it for videos, because my videos are generally over 5 minutes. So how long is the duration for the free Snagit, or in general? Because I know it's supposed to be short. And then this is how you publish. Now, you must have noticed that YouTube and Vimeo are responsive. In other words, you just need to paste them and they get embedded automatically in Moodle, in the message area, in the page, anywhere. But Google Drive, you need to go through a process, make it viewable by anyone who has the link, and then you get part of the embed code if you want to use Generico. And if you watch the video, it'll show you how to do that. So unmute yourself if you have a question or questions as we go. All right, so I'll stop whenever you ask. Now, these are the Moodle activities. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because you are going to do the work, and you can divide the work among yourselves. So, you know, it's not first come, first serve, and then one person will get all of these. They'll spend a few hours. So in order to get everyone involved, you will be installing plugins. Now, you have to make sure that the plugins are compatible with Moodle 5. If they are not, you may compromise the site, which means that I will have to go back in time and you may lose the content. So make sure, don't be afraid. You can also check with me before, that's fine. In the support form, I've added a support form for questions on NEP. So feel free to ask if you're not sure, so that we don't have to redo many of the things we did if I revert the whole site back in time. So there's Hotpot. And I think this is good news for you, Elizabeth, because Hotpot has been upgraded in Moodle, and it should be amazing. For a couple of years, they kind of ignored it, but now it's back. So that's good news. It wasn't really there for a couple of years in the new versions. You can forget about hypothesis, because I don't know if you'll be able to do that. Interactive video, Kialo, you can do that. The lesson is probably there. So some of these activities are core, so they will be there, like Hotpot, I believe. And lesson will be there. Zoom will not be there. The games will not be there. The workshop will probably be there. Wiki will be there. Check, feed back fruits is an interesting, and I would have to get, if it doesn't work, I may have to get the some information to help you out. So some of these are paid, okay? Feedback fruits, I believe, is paid. Hypothesis, I think it's paid, but I get it for free. And Poodle, you can still install them, okay? But I will need to make sure that they work. Any questions about the plugins, the activities at least, that you will be installing These are the ones that I use. I've been using these for years. I just have to, I'm not sure about podcasts. I don't really like it, but you might like it. For example, I believe feedback is no longer there. It's gone.
And
Chat is gone. Yes, that's right. Was that Elizabeth?
yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, I
morning.
recognize your voice. That's right. I told you, right? I said it would be gone, but I didn't believe it when I said it. I was hoping that they'd change their minds, just like with auto. But yes.
I don't remember the last time I've used chat, so
No, I don't. Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's why they got rid of it because most of us don't use it. You're right. Yeah.
but I would cry if they got rid of the forum. That would be a
No, no,
disaster.
no, that would never happen. No,
I
no,
know.
no, 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 because Moodle is about collaboration. So they would not get rid of something that brings collaboration. Now, Negwe, you asked about which ones are for 5. All of these are on all my other Moodle sites. They're on integrating technology, they're on online courses for free, and they're on blended online learning and others. So I I use them on 5 and they haven't compromised. So you're safe to use these. I'm just saying, if you want to add something else, you don't have to add only these. There might be others that you like that you want to try out and they're free. That's fine. So you can do that. But just make sure that they're 5. And these are the resources. The PDF worksheet is Aminote, which I think is free as well, but I'm not sure. But all these, I think Lighthouse, I'm not sure if it comes with a Moodle or not, but Page comes with a Moodle, folder, file, URL come with a Moodle, book comes with a Moodle, and text and media is also, so you can, but some of these may not be there, so if they're not core. And these are the external tools that you can add to your courses. I suggest you take one course and just use some of these in it. You can always back up your course. Remember, whatever work you do is not something that you just do for fun or, just to play around. You can use these to actually create courses and then back them up. You're the admin. You don't need my permission to back them up and then use them in your Moodle or somewhere else in a Moodle site. And then there's these as well. Okay, these are all external AI tools. Last week, I showed you the AI tools that come with. The only one that needs to be included is Genny AI. Genny AI is something that I included in my other websites, and you might want to include it. If you don't have a ChatGPT, open source, actually, I don't know if they call it open source, open ChatGPT, and you want to pay for it. It's not that much. You pay as users use it. Let me know and I'll help you with that. Just ask the questions on the Moodle site, on NEP or in our course. And you'll be working with ChatGPT and asking for information. I've been using ChatGPT for quite some time. It's getting better and better. I use the paid version, but you don't have to, I believe. It's very, very accurate. I mean, I've had problems with Moodle admin. Things went wrong, and they do go wrong from time to time. And I wasn't able to get information or help from Moodle.org. You never get anything from them anyways. Apparently, unless you pay somehow, and then they help you. It's a lot better to try with ChatGPT, but you have to know something. You can't just ask a question, a technical question, unless you know something about Moodle. But you can keep asking. Just tell ChatGPT that you're using Moodle 5. And every time it writes anything, just ask for accurate information. Are you sure? That's what I do. And then the chances are that it's okay. You can ask for SC, we'll talk about this when we talk about appearance and themes, but you can ask for codes such as SCSS. It gives you codes for the way the Moodle looks, for the appearance of Moodle. And that is generally very, very accurate and good. But you can also go by me and check before to make sure that it's accurate. Ask for tables. I think some of you have already, which is great. There's something that's not working with tables. Sometimes you get the grid and sometimes it doesn't come out. So if it doesn't come out after ChatGPT and you see it, and then when you save it, it's kind of gone and you don't see the grid, I suggest you add 2 instead of 1. And I'll show you what that looks like later on when we go through the workshop. And you can ask questions about the core plugins. You can ask questions about additional plugins. It'll save you time because it goes into search. It goes into Moodle.org and it gets lots of information from everywhere. And it brings it to you in your questions. So ask questions and add the answers. Yep, that's week 2.
Awesome.
So you get a chance to practice. Now, next week, we're going to have even less time, more time for the workshop for practice. You'll be practicing, so get ready for that. And I'll be talking less. So the presentation will be available on the site, but we'll just be practicing.